Hey everyone, it's me, Kevin, BusanKevin on YouTube, also the host of the Just Japan podcast. I want to welcome you all to my Patreon page. Now you might think, what is Patreon? Well, it's something that's pretty cool. It's kind of like Kickstarter, but Kickstarter's really for one big project, whereas in Patreon is for content creators like me, people who are YouTubers, who are podcasters, and it's something that goes on continuously. I love making content for YouTube, and I've been doing it for many years. And no matter what, I'm going to continue making videos for YouTube. I also really love my new podcast, the Just Japan podcast. And from the way it's been going, a lot of people out there like it too. What Patreon does is it gives you a chance to support me. No matter what happens, I'm going to continue to make YouTube videos. And I'm going to try my best to keep going with the Just Japan podcast because it's so much fun to do, and I know that you guys like it so much. But with your support, it's a lot easier for me to do. Patreon is almost like a virtual tip jar. You can help out by just giving a little bit each month if what I do gives you something. If you find the content that I create gives you something, then it's kind of like giving back. You don't have to, but you can if you want. You can pay any amount that you want per month. You can pay $1 if you want, or more. You can set a maximum amount so you don't have to worry about going over your budget. Now again, I never plan to charge for my content. One thing with the Just Japan podcast, a lot of people have suggested that I put advertisements in it, and I really don't want to do that. But with the Patreon page, if people support the Just Japan podcast, for example, then I don't have to put advertisements in the show each week. I guess everyone wins that way. So please feel free to give something to the Just Japan podcast and the BusanKevin and Jaylan Kev YouTube channels. Now there's something really awesome that when you do become a patron, the Patreon page has a special Patreon feed. You can interact with me in a way that no one else can. There'll be Patreon only downloads. There's going to be special videos that only Patreons can watch because I'm going to basically private that video, and if you're a Patreon, you get the link to see it. There's going to be the opportunity to have Google Hangouts with me if you want. You'll get to see special photos and videos in the Patreon feed. So I just want to thank you for stopping by my Patreon page. It's kind of like Kickstarter, but on an ongoing basis. And I want to thank you so much for supporting the channel, and I want to thank you so much for supporting my podcast. Take care, guys. And no matter what, I'm going to continue making content because I just love doing it.